So it's been a really good couple of weeks. I think I've learned that this whole scheduling my week, assuming that I'm going to be operating at 60 to 70% instead of 100%, is really working for me. Because when I compare the last 2 weeks to like the month or even months before that, I'm putting less work tasks to do every day than I used to. But overall, like the accumulation of it, I'm getting more work done. And I think it just really taught me that this is like such a mindset thing. If I wake up in the morning and I see an enormous list of tasks, I feel like I'm like crawling up a mountain all day. But if I just have like a little hill and I can do a little sprint up the hill, I can accomplish a little bit more even on top of that most days. And on days that I don't, and it's fine because I still did everything I needed to do. In fact, last week, I can't remember which day it was. I think it was last Wednesday. I had so much done by 3 o'clock that I just stopped working for the day and I went and finally bought new herbs for my herb garden. I've had this garden since a few months after moving into this building, but the ice apocalypse here in Texas back in February just completely killed my poor herbs. So I finally replanted it and it looks so pretty and beautiful, and today is a gorgeous day here and I'm just gonna keep this door open all day and enjoy this beautiful spring air while we have it, because again, Texas, in like a month it's gonna be 105 degrees every day and we're gonna be in hell. So something else I need to do one day with a free afternoon is take care of this ridiculous book situation. I had a couple of books, like author copies, come in. Like I got my copies for The Dogs Meow here, and then the second book in the Kudo Kids series just came out, and let's see, and there it is, which is really great. And at the same time, the paperback for book 1 came out, so I have too many books here, and it makes me sad because, kids should be reading these. They shouldn't be sitting in boxes in my living room. So at some point on a free afternoon, I'm going to have to like go find a library or someplace where I can donate these or something. You guys hold me to this. If you see this next Friday in my vlog, call me out for still having these boxes of books sitting here, because it's absurd. So today, I don't think I'm gonna be able to technically call today a flow state experiment day. Today's actually Wednesday. I usually do the flow state on Tuesday, but I've had to shuffle my schedule around because I'm doing a couple of new projects that I'm gonna tell you guys about later that I'm very excited about, and that kind of took precedent on Monday and Tuesday. I did still work on Dragon Balloon every morning, and I realized I never really kind of reported how I did on Camp Nano, which ended last Friday. So drumroll please. I super did not hit my word count goal. I got 33,000 words and my goal was 50,000 words. And I don't care, because my more important goal was to have fun writing this book, and I'm still very much having fun writing this book. I'm definitely going to use Dictation as I work on Dragon Balloon today. I've got Lisa's live stream, which starts in, I think, about an hour. I think it's around 9 o'clock right now. It starts at 10. And I'm gonna be doing dictation on those writing sprints, 20-minute dictation sprints. And I've really found that, I'll go into this a little bit more later, but I've really found that like, one of the reasons I think dictation is really pushing me to get so many words is that, at least in Microsoft Word, if you're silent for, it feels like maybe about 10 seconds, it stops and you have to go back and push the button again. And because I like wandering around my apartment as I'm doing this, so I'm moving around and not looking at my screen, so I just like try to push through those silences and just like force myself to blurt out another sentence just so I can keep things rolling. And that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of thinking in the future, in fact, I'm pretty positive in the future, the next time I zero draft a project, I am using dictation for sure, because then I don't have to worry about the punctuation and saying new line and open quote and all that other stuff, because I don't mind a zero draft being just like a block of text with no punctuation at all. I think that would work really well, but I'm going to keep using it for the first draft here because it's helping me to just get bigger word counts in smaller periods of time. And like I keep saying, I've got all these other projects going on that I'm trying to get rolling, so I don't know, I appreciate it freeing up my time a little bit. So anyway, I've got a lot more to say, but I want to get a little bit of writing done before the live stream actually starts, so let's go dictate some words. So I started the dictation at 9 o'clock and now it's 9:30 and I've got about 1,500 words, which I just could not have done if I were physically typing it. And I don't know, yeah, it's just really working for me. Also today, I kind of forgot this where I stopped yesterday, but today I get to write a scene I've been looking forward to for a long time. I think I talked about it in one of my vlogs months ago, but it's a scene where they're driving somewhere and one of the stranger characters kind of quite literally takes the wheel and drives them into a disaster, and it's just super fun. So this is gonna be fun. I stopped like about halfway through it and I'm excited to pick it up again, but before the live stream starts I wanna make some coffee and take a little break and tell you guys about what else I've been working on this week. Okay, so a few weeks ago I mentioned that I taught a writing course for teens last summer and I'm teaching it again this summer, but they got in touch with me and asked if I would also be interested in doing like a pre-recorded version of the course that people could just take in their own time whenever they like. And of course, I love that idea, so I filmed that. I mean, it was like several days in a row of writing out my lectures and coming up with the exercises and then creating all the materials and then doing all the filming and then doing all the editing. It was a lot. So kind of while all that was happening, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but a few weeks ago when I was trying to learn Final Cut, I joined Skillshare. You guys probably see ads for Skillshare all the time. I think that's like the #1 ad I get when I watch literally anybody on YouTube. And so I joined and I really love it and I've been watching a ton of courses, but I started with a Final Cut course, which was super helpful. And I've gone on to take all kinds of other, like I like the writing courses and all kinds of other things. And I started looking into, you know, making a course of my own because anybody can upload a Skillshare course. And as much as I love doing my writing workshop videos on this channel, there are certain topics or just like certain workshop ideas I have that YouTube isn't the best platform for. And, you know, Skillshare seems to be a cool platform for it. Like each course has like a really specific project in mind that the students complete, and then they can like post their projects down on the class page and I can go in there and like read them and offer feedback and things like that. So it just sounded really fun. Some of you guys might remember that last summer I made a free course. It's still up. It's called Create Dynamic Characters and I'm leaving it there for now. It's still there. I think a lot of you guys took it and left me really sweet reviews, which I super appreciate. So what I decided to do is take that course and update it. Like I added a little bit more to it, fleshed it out a little bit. It's still basically the same lesson though. And I refilmed it because I've got some better gear now and I could make it just look a little bit nicer. And I put it up on Skillshare actually just yesterday and it's still totally free. Like you don't actually have to sign up for Skillshare to take the course. I might make it a premium course later, a few weeks down the line, but for right now, if you wanna take a free course over the weekend, it's really short. It's just about creating a character who goes through a transformation and drives the plot of your story. It's honestly going through that lesson again and remembering my exercises. I was kind of doing them for Logan in this book and it was helping me figure out, oh yeah, that's what's driving the plot, that's what's pushing her forward. So anyway, that's up. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. That would be really cool. Again, it's totally free. So yeah, that's what I've been working on, and I gotta tell y'all, between the dictation, the vlogging, and filming all of these courses, I have completely lost my teacher vocal chops. Like, I remember that took me a good year when I was a beginner teacher right out of college to develop, like, I'm talking like coughing up blood because I taught band, so it wasn't just like a class of 30 kids. Like, I had big classes in a big room, and I just didn't know how to, like, I don't know, project. And after a couple years I got used to it, obviously, but I've lost those chops because just like talking from 9 to 3 all day is like, it was brutal. Monday, by the end of the day, my throat was so sore. But anyway, so that's what I've been up to. I hope you guys will check it out. And yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee and we're gonna jump into this live stream and see how much more we can get written on this book today. Quick question for you guys while the coffee is percolating. Do you journal? Because journaling is something that for like years now I keep hearing I should be doing for a variety of reasons. It helps you organize your thoughts in the morning, or it helps you get things off your chest at night so you sleep better, or just so many reasons that journaling is a good thing to do. And I have repeatedly tried to journal in various ways, both like, you know, in an app, like a journaling app, or just like keeping a notebook by my bed, keeping a notebook by my laptop, journaling in the morning, journaling in the afternoon, journaling at night, and I just don't keep it up. And I know it's because I write so much already for my job that I just don't want to write anymore. I don't want to write all my thoughts down, and I'm really wondering if maybe dictation would help me there too. Like maybe if I want to really start taking 10 minutes every morning to just journal my thoughts and get all of the things out of my head that are bothering me, so I can kind of like start work with a clear head. Maybe dictation would work for that. I don't know. How do you guys, if you're a journaler, how do you do it? When do you do it? What does it help you with? And do you have any tips on that? This is just something I've been thinking about lately, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so the stream is over. We ended up doing a 5-minute sprint, two 20-minute sprints, and a 10-minute sprint, or I can't remember. We talked a lot. We had a really great talk about marketing, actually. Every time we get into these discussions on this live stream, like marketing stuff, it kind of makes me want to put any effort into Instagram. Like, there's so much about Instagram that actually does appeal to me, mostly the stories and the reels because I like video. But I'm not good at taking pictures, and I don't like writing the captions, and that's like kind of like the main point of Instagram, I think. Every time I think about doing it, laziness takes over, and I don't know, but talking with these guys about it makes me like want to try at Instagram again. I don't know. Anyway, point is, those sprints were great. I did dictation for all of them. And I started out this morning, like before I wrote that 1,500 words earlier, I was at 37,000 words, and I am now at 41,165 words. So we got about 4,165 words-ish today, and I am very pleased with that considering it is only noon. Once again, dictation is just like, it is just so much faster. I stopped right in the middle of like the climax of this scene that I love, and I'm kind of tempted to finish it this afternoon, and I might, but I'm kind of thinking I might not, because the next scene is, it'll be a fun scene, but it's a little bit of like kind of a denouement after this big thing that happens, and I might be more enthusiastic when I sit down to write tomorrow morning if I'm in the middle of this super exciting scene than if I'm starting a kind of quieter scene, if that makes sense. So I might save finishing the scene for tomorrow. And this afternoon I do have to do a little more video editing and course work and stuff like that. So I will say this, dictation is the #2 best tool I have at this moment that is getting me through this first draft. The #1 best tool I still have is keeping this list of things I like about the book over here and things I don't like or that I need to fix about the book here. Like yesterday, I mean, I'm getting a lot of notes here, y'all. Yesterday in particular, I was writing a scene and it was going well and it was funny and I was really enjoying it, and then it just kind of hit me that the goal of the characters in this scene is to get a piece of information, and they are successful in that goal, so that's great. But they could easily get that information without all of the effort they are putting into it. Like, there is no reason for there to be an entire scene about them getting this information. And I know when I think back onto when I was making my beat sheet and I came up with this scene, it's because I want them in this setting. I want them to go to this particular place. But it's just a little bit weak and flimsy right now that they go there to get this information when they could, like, literally one of the characters could get it by placing a phone call. It's unnecessary. And I have to figure out if the scene belongs, or if I need to scrap it entirely, or if I'm going to keep it and they go to this place, there needs to be a stronger reason than them. There needs to be more conflict. I don't know, there's something missing. It's too easy. And that's the kind of thing that in first drafts can really stall me, because I want to stop and try to fix it. And it also increases the self-doubt, which, by the way, guys, is raging right now about this book, as it always is when I draft. Like, I guess I'm not talking about it quite as much because I'm so used to this happening when I'm in a first draft process for any book. But yeah, I'm like having all these thoughts about how stupid this entire premise is, which again is why this is saving me, because I'm writing down all of these things that are not working or that are worrying me here, and it's just helping me get through the draft. And that's what I did yesterday. I wrote down, this specific scene is a problem, and here is why it is a problem. And you know what? Now it's future editor Michelle's issue to deal with. And I, as present writer Michelle, my only job is to get through this draft and finish it. So yeah, the dictation is great, but the notebook is really what is helping me work past all of the self-doubt that I am having right now with this book. So I think that's gonna be it. Somebody is ready to go outside. You ready to go on a walk? So I guess that's gonna be it. I hope you guys have a really great weekend. Let me know how everything's doing. How did your Camp Nano end up going, if you did Camp Nano, and all that good stuff. Talk to me about journaling if you're a journaler, and I will see you guys Monday with another video. Bye.